Hi, friends. Let's get real for a second. Have you ever thought about your future? Not just next week or next year, but your future 10, 20, 30 years down the road? What does that future look like? Is it filled with freedom, security, and opportunity? Or is it a little unclear, maybe a little uncertain? Well, let me tell you something. The future you want is right there, waiting for you. You don't need a magic wand or a secret formula. You need one thing, and one thing only: smart long-term investing. Now I know what you're thinking. But Barbie, investing sounds complicated, risky, and maybe even a little scary. And I get it. But here's the thing. What's truly risky is not investing at all. The risk is in sitting back and waiting for your financial dreams to come true without taking action. The risk is in thinking that you can catch up later when you're older. Trust me, that time is now. You see, friends, wealth isn't built overnight. It's built over time with patience, strategy, and most importantly, consistency. Long-term investing is like planting a tree. At first, it's just a seed. It seems small. You don't see much. But with time, it grows. The roots grow deep. The branches stretch wide. And before you know it, you have this beautiful, strong tree providing shade, beauty, and fruit for generations to come. Your wealth, that tree. But let me tell you, friends, to get to that tree, you need to start planting now. Not tomorrow. Not next month. Today. It's time to stop waiting for the perfect moment and start planting those seeds for your future. Every single step you take toward investing today is a step toward building the life you want tomorrow. So where do you start? First things first, you need to understand your why. Why do you want to invest? Do you want financial freedom? Do you want to travel the world? Do you want to retire comfortably? Your why will be the driving force behind your decisions. It will be the reason you wake up every day and take action. Once you've identified your why, it's time to make a plan. A smart investor doesn't wing it. A smart investor has a strategy. Think of it like designing a dream house. You wouldn't just throw a bunch of materials together and hope it works, right? No, you'd have blueprints. You'd have a step-by-step plan. The same goes for your investment strategy. Have a clear vision. Break it down into achievable goals, and then take consistent action. Now let's talk about one of the biggest mistakes I see women make. And believe me, I've seen it happen waiting for perfection. Some people wait for the stock market to hit the perfect time. Others wait until they have enough money to start. Let me tell you something. Perfect timing doesn't exist. Waiting for it is like waiting for your dream house to build itself. It doesn't happen. You need to take action now, even if it's a small step. That small step, it will add up. Let's talk about diversification. You've probably heard this term before. It's a fancy word, but it's also one of the most powerful concepts in investing. Diversification is like hosting a party where everyone is invited, not just the same few people. The more diverse your investments are, the more secure your financial future will be. Spread your investments across different asset classes: stocks, bonds, real estate, maybe even a little gold, because that's how you minimize risk and maximize potential. Here's the thing. When you diversify, you aren't just hoping for one success to carry you. You're giving yourself multiple opportunities to win. And when one investment might not be performing well, the others can pick up the slack. It's like having a group of friends who all bring different strengths to the table together. They create something greater than the sum of their parts. Let's move on to patience. You may be thinking, Barbie, this all sounds great. But how do I stay motivated when I don't see results immediately? Friends, this is where the magic happens. Patience is key. Long-term investing is a marathon, not a sprint. Think about a garden you're tending to. You don't plant seeds today and expect a garden full of flowers tomorrow. No, you water those seeds, you give them sunlight, and you trust the process. You may not see growth overnight, but if you're consistent, eventually that garden will bloom. It's the same with your investments. The stock market will have ups and downs. Some days it may feel like your investments are growing slowly, but trust me, they are. Compound interest. The magical force that makes your money grow faster over time is working behind the scenes. The more time your money spends in the market, the more it grows. And that's the beauty of long-term investing. The longer you stay in, the bigger the rewards. Now let's talk about emotions. When it comes to investing, emotions can be your worst enemy. It's easy to get excited when the market is going up, and it's just as easy to panic when it goes down. But I want you to remember this. Investing is not about emotions, it's about logic, strategy, and long-term vision. When the market dips, don't panic. When it rises, don't get too greedy. Stay grounded, stay disciplined, and stick to your plan. You're probably thinking, but Barbie, how do I know if I'm doing this right? And that's a valid question. Here's the thing, you'll never have all the answers. That's part of the journey. But guess what? You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be a financial expert. All you need is the commitment to learn, grow, and adjust your strategy along the way. No one becomes a successful investor overnight, but every day you learn something new, you get closer to that financial freedom you crave. Let's talk about risk management. I know the word risk can sound scary, but in investing, risk is just part of the game. Think of it like a roller coaster ride. There will be twists and turns. There will be ups and downs. But if you're strapped in, if you're prepared, if you've done your homework, that ride won't be so scary. You can't eliminate risk entirely, but you can manage it. Diversify. Be mindful of how much you invest. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. And always remember to invest with money you don't need in the short term. As we move forward, I want you to think about the long game. You're not just investing for a quick win, friends. You're building your future. You're creating something that will support you for years to come. And that takes time, commitment, and yes, some sacrifice. Maybe it means cutting back on a few luxuries now to secure a better future. Maybe it means choosing the smart option, even when it's hard. But trust me, the reward is worth it. And don't forget to celebrate the small wins. Every dollar you invest today is a step closer to the financial freedom you want tomorrow. Every time you make an informed decision, every time you stick to your plan, that's progress. Give yourself credit for that. You're building a future. You're building your empire. And that's no small feat. Are you ready to start investing with purpose? Are you ready to stop making excuses and start taking action? Because I'm telling you, now is the time. Your future self will thank you. You've got the power. You've got the tools. You've got the vision. And most importantly, you've got the heart to make it happen. So let's get started. Let's make those long-term investments, build our future, and watch the magic unfold. Your wealth is waiting for you, and with smart investing, it's only a matter of time before you're living the life you've always dreamed of. Let's do this together.